Ever since K.Luke Batch 2 finished number 24 in Fred Minnick's Top 100 of 2022, the brand has been hot, been trending, and some people actually say it's better than Stagg. Well, today we're going to find out if it's going to be worth your money to buy this bottle at $110. And I'm also going to compare it to Stagg, my favorite batch of last year, 23C, to see if it's actually really that good. Okay. Oh yeah. Welcome to Whiskey Pink. My name is David. And K.Luke was born the same spirit or the combination of spirits as Rare Character and Old Carter. Well, you'll find out why. So Jonathan Misano fell in love with the winemaking process in college. So he studied it, and now he holds a certificate from the Court of Master Sommeliers. He's a wine guy, just like Mark and Sherry Carter from Old Carter. They built and refined their palate through their wine brand, and now are making some fantastic, wonderful blended whiskeys, just like Jonathan. After tasting thousands of barrels, they decided, hey, it's time to make our own brand. And they took whiskeys from Kentucky and Indiana to create a great blend, just like Pablo Moy at Rare Character. He refined his palate by tasting thousands of barrels for his picks at his restaurants. And now Rare Character picks wonderful single barrels and does a great blend with their exceptional series. Fun note, K.Luke is a tribute to their children, Caitlin and Lucas. K.Luke. K.Luke Batch 7 is a 10-barrel blend consisting of 6 different distillery mash bill combinations, which is a huge increase from the usual 4 that they did from batches 1 through 5. So one of the reasons I was able to get my hands on Batch 7 is because of the 10-barrel blend, it produced 1,890 bottles. Compared to Batch 5, only produced 738 bottles. So some of the stats on this, 116.4 proof. Its age, it's not age stated, but it has to be at least 4 years old because of the straight bourbon whiskey label on the front. And its mash bill is undisclosed, but it's a blend of 6 unique Kentucky and Indiana sourced high rye, low rye bourbon mash bills, up to 36% rye, as it says on the back. It is non-chill filtered and it is cask strength. As always, too much talking, not enough drinking. Let's get it. Opening ceremonies. All right, I'm gonna let this open up for a couple minutes. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So before I fast forward through my experience to get you the results faster, let me give you my first impressions. Let's start with the nose. Wow, holy strawberry. That's a lot of fruit. And then the palate. Wow. This is gonna be an interesting battle with Stagg. I'll see you guys on the other side. All right, I'm back. And you know what? I almost finished it, so it was a great experience. But let's start with the nose. So the nose summary was basically a cinnamon French toast, topped with chocolate ice cream, strawberry slices, and a drizzle of caramel. It's just as delicious as it sounds. Oh yeah, so I got this fresh strawberries right up front, sweetness of the caramel, and you get that doughy, like a freshly baked bread doughiness. And you get the baking spices of cinnamon, and then the chocolate ice cream. So it's not like the chocolate bitterness that I always talk about, but more of the smoother, creamier chocolate. Oh yeah, wonderful nose. Then I go to the palate. Man, the palate, I got a note that I haven't got before, at least on my videos. So first, I got the sweetness. It's more of a honey sweetness, like an intense honey sweetness instead of the caramel or the brown sugar. Then I got the baking spices with the cinnamon forward. Then I got the fruit, ripe stone fruits, peach and plum. That's just awesome fruit. And then it was so creamy, so smooth, so oily. Combined with all that, I got a vanilla cheesecake note. I got that vanilla creaminess, but then the sweetness is not, it's more of a cheesecake sweetness. It's so savory, it's so thick, but it's not overwhelming. So it's like having a vanilla cheesecake topped with peaches, plums, and a little bit of cinnamon spice. It was awesome, it was balanced, it was complex. The only thing I would nitpick about this is the finish. It's not super long, it's medium. You get a slight sweet oak, you get a slight cinnamon, but it's like that sweet cinnamon, just kind of go down. Yeah, maybe a little too sweet for its own good, but that vanilla cheesecake note palate, wonderful. Fantastic. So with all that combined, my experience score for K.Luke Batch 7, 9.0. Just wonderful experience. It's great. The nose, the chocolate ice cream note, topped with the palate on the vanilla cheesecake with the stone fruits. If the finish was a little bit longer and had a little bit of, let's say, a coffee or chocolate bitterness at the end, this might have got a 10. It might have been my perfect bourbon, but I'm kidding. I don't know if it would have got a 10, but still a great experience from start to finish. And if you're not into, if you don't like the spice, if you don't like if you don't like that spicy finish or that bitterness finish, this would be a wonderful bourbon for you. So 9.0, wonderful experience. If you're enjoying this content, please push that like button because it really does help me out. If you subscribe, that'd be wonderful. And I can do more drinking. And let's be honest, I love to drink. So other scores for this, allocation score, it's a 5. Kind of hard to find. Again, not many bottles, 1,890 for this. It is available on Seal Box and shared pours, so at least you can get it online, but it's only available in 5 states. So you do have to do some hunting. Style points, again, a 5. The bourbon enthusiasts like me and you that's watching this video probably heard of K.Luke and know about Fred Minnick's Top 100, but most people don't, or at least if they do, they know maybe the top 1 or 2 from Fred Minnick's list. So when they see K.Luke, don't really ask about it. Like I had this on the top shelf for a little bit when a couple of my friends came. They didn't even ask about it. They just went to the other bottles, obviously. So I really hope that K.Luke can get a little bit more distribution, get a little bit more bottles, so people know how amazing this is, and so they can get more recognition and awareness. Price is $110 MSRP. I did get it for $110 at Seal Box. I haven't seen any secondary on this because, again, no one really knows about it, so $110. All that combined, my final rating for this bottle, K.Luke Batch 7, is a buy. Have one on yourself. If the allocation was better, if the price was slightly lower, I think that $100 mark is really like a mental block, right? Once it goes to triple digits, a lot of people have it like, oh, that's pretty expensive. So if it was like, let's say 80 or 90, the distribution was a little bit better, it would definitely be a strong buy. And you should have many backups of this one. But because it is 110, because you do have to do some hunting, it's a buy, but it's worth the hunt and it's worth $110. If I had to go back, I would probably buy 2 bottles, but can't go back. All right, now to the second part of the video. Is it better than Stagg? My favorite batch, 23C. Let's find out. All right, part 2. Is it better than Stagg? Let's find out. The nose. Let's go back to K.Luke for reference. Yeah, chocolate ice cream, fantastic though. Now on to Stagg. The cherry, the raspberry, the vanilla, the cinnamon. Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Back to back. Well, all right, so it's very close, but I have to give it to Stagg. Just slightly more intense of the fruit, the sweet, and the spice. This is great, but it's a little bit more mellow, especially when doing it back to back. My favorite part, the palate. Fire in the hole. Okay, for reference, K.Luke. The peach vanilla cheesecake. Oh, fantastic pour. And then back to Stagg. Fire in the hole. Oh, that heavily spiced churro, the bread sweetness, the cinnamon, the brown sugar. Oh man. Then you get the slight fruit and then the finish. It's long, it's tingling, you get that cinnamon, you get that coffee bitterness. Oh man, this is why I love the 23C. All right, back to back. All right, the winner, Stagg 23C. K.Luke is great. I absolutely love it. 9.0 is a great experience. Cool. But Stagg, it just, when doing it back to back, again, it might be different when I'm doing it alone, when I'm doing it with others. The flavors are more intense. You get the more intense cinnamon, you get the more intense vanilla, you get the more intense fruit. The finish is a lot longer, a lot more, I don't want to even say sweeter. It's just longer, it lingers, it's cinnamon, and you get that black coffee bitterness at the end that I absolutely love. Now, K.Luke is great, but think what does it in is that lack of finish. It really kind of just, especially compared to Stagg, it just kind of disappears. It doesn't linger. And I think that makes it a little bit, again, relatively a little too thin in order to beat Stagg. So for me, 23C wins, but I can see why people compare this to Stagg. I don't think they should say better than Stagg. If you can't find a Stagg, I think finding a K.Luke is a great alternative and a great bourbon. I mean, secondary for Stagg obviously is close to 200, sometimes 300 some areas. But if you can get this for 110 for half the price, definitely a better buy, because even though the Stagg is better, definitely is not twice as good. Let me know in the comments, have you had a K.Luke? How did you like it? And did you like it better than Stagg? I also reply to every single comment. So if you comment, I will reply. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.